He just knows he's going to hear, of the 50 things he's going to hear that day, 45 of them are not going to be true, and there'll be the 5 that accidentally tell him what they didn't mean to say. Yeah, get a couple of those every once in a while. Well, Mike, he's good at that.
I'm done.
Yeah, he's been doing that forever.
Call this regular meeting to order. Call roll.
Councilmember Swanson.
Aye.
Mabry.
Here.
Councilmember-elect Gomez.
Here.
Newman.
Aye.
Mayor Quero.
Aye. Please stand and join us in the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, our first order of business tonight, we've got some swearing in to do, so do some swearing.
Keep it clean.
Are you gonna face this way so Goldie can get your picture and not mine? Okay, Hector, if you want to repeat after me, raise your right hand. I, Hector M. Gomez,
I, Hector M. Gomez,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois
and the ordinances of the City of Princeton,
and the ordinances of the City of Princeton,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
of
member of the City Council
a member of the City Council
of the City of Princeton,
of the City
Illinois,
of Princeton of Illinois,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You can go around and shake everybody's hand if you like.
Congratulations, Hector. Congratulations, sir.
Congratulations.
Jerry, you know the routine, right?
I do.
Okay, raise your right hand. I, Jerry Newman,
I, Jerry Newman,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois
the Constitution of the State of Illinois
and the ordinances of the City of Princeton,
and the ordinances of the City of Princeton,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of member of the City Council
the office of member of the City Council
of the City of Princeton, Illinois,
of the City of Princeton, Illinois,
to the best of my
to
ability.
the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
It wasn't going long.
No. 30 seconds.
Okay, Joel, ready? Okay. I, Dwayne Joel Querum,
I, Dwayne Joel Querum,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois
and the ordinances of the City of Princeton,
and the ordinances of the City of Princeton,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of mayor
the duties of office of mayor
of the City of Princeton, Illinois,
of the City of Princeton, Illinois,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Do we have any public comment tonight? We have some come right through the door. We got public comment.
You're on deck.
You're on deck, Larry. Larry.
Go ahead.
Oh,
So you were here before me, I'm late.
Okay. All right. You're there.
I'll be quick.
Oh, go ahead.
Good evening. My name is Scott, as if anybody doesn't know me. I'm here again this year for the National Association of Letter Carriers Stamp Out Hunger Food Drive. I had to run up here. This year is going to be the 27th year, 28th if you count the initial year. This is my 21st. Last year we collected over 31,000 pounds of food. This year, the baby food stuff isn't a problem anymore. We woke up enough people, we've got that. But the need has increased again. We support 141 households, 2,100 people in the Princeton area. That's 1 in 4. National average is 1 in 4 has 3 days of food in their house. 1 in 5 has 4. 1 in 3 has 4. 1 in 5 doesn't have food for tomorrow. Those odds are the same here. I have said for the last 2 years, this is my last year. Well, this one is definitely the last one. I wanted to retire 2 years ago, wanted to retire last year. Attorneys and things get involved, I can't do that. This year I've got a little higher authority telling me that. So this is definitely the last one. It's going to be next Saturday, the 11th. Bags and cards are going to hit every household tomorrow and Wednesday. I still need volunteers for trucks and running around. We've got Boy Scouts, high schoolers. Thank God the plant was this weekend and not next weekend, so we'll have help. But anybody who want to just give us an hour, run out there and get it, because we could fill this chamber to the ceiling with the food we collect. We go by city routes, because the rural routes collect and that, but we go by pounds per city route. Princeton, Illinois is the #1 city in the United States. We average over 6,000 pounds a route. And that's where we keep track of everything. This year, last year I tried for 33,000. Well, we fell a little short on that, but anybody who's seen the price of baby food, you have to understand that. As most of us in here probably haven't had to buy it lately, walk into Sullivan's, go to the baby food aisle, grab a jar and look at it. Then go grab one of those tubs of the dried formula. Folks, if you don't have a $50 bill, you ain't going to buy that plus anything else. It's incredible. 2/3 of the people we support have kids. Our food drive carries the Princeton Food Pantry through the summer into October. The kids aren't in school, so they're missing out on the breakfast, they're missing out on the lunch. That doesn't necessarily mean they're getting it at home either, because you can't get what you don't have. This is the ultimate giving to your neighbors, because everything we collect, every can, every jar, every box, goes to the people in need right here in this community. That's what we need to do. We need to give again. Princeton's got it. We give. We just have to remind everybody Saturday's the day we do it. And we hope to see enough people out there. We start at the food pantry at 9 in the morning. So we start at 9 in the morning. We'll be done by 5. I haven't gotten a chance to come down to see Chief K yet, because I always come down and let you guys know that stalkers and trucks and vans are going to be running from houses to houses in the morning grabbing food. It's not like it used to be 20 years ago. I collected 3,300 pounds. And when Judy, if you remember Judy, who was in charge of the pantry then, she literally cried because we collected so much food. The last 3 years, we've collected 100,000 pounds. Still not enough, but it's enough for here that we carry them through the summer, and we've developed a new program called the Second Helping. Households with small children can come through twice instead of once to come up and get their groceries. No one will ever go hungry here as long as we're here. That's what we do, and I thank you.
Scott, and I do have a proclamation to read.
Pete, you have.
He's going to read your
He's
proclamation.
got it. Thank you.
Letter Carriers Stamp Out Hunger Food Drive Day, May 11, 2019. Every year on the second Saturday in May, letter carriers across the country collect non-perishable food as part of the nation's largest one-day food drive, distributing the donations to local food banks. The letter carrier Stamp Out Hunger food drive is just one example, although letter carriers work to make a difference in the lives of those they serve. Since the pilot drive was held in 1991, more than 1.5 billion pounds of food has been collected. We recognize all letter carriers for their hard work and their commitment to their communities. All of the food collected in our community stays in our community, and we support carriers' efforts to help those in need in our community. We also recognize the noteworthy milestone of 27 years that the National Letter Carrier Food Drive celebrates in 2019. Therefore, the City Council of Princeton, Illinois, by the authority vested in us, do hereby proclaim Saturday, May 11, 2019 as Letter Carriers Food Drive Day, and we encourage the citizens of our community to support the food drive by placing non-perishable food items in or near your mailbox on Food Drive Day. Your letter carrier will pick it up while they're delivering the mail, and together we can all help to feed the hungry. We have hereunto set our hands and caused the seal of the City of Princeton to be fixed this 6th day of May 2019. Thank you, Scott.
Thanks.
Larry.
Hello. My name is Larry Smith. I was prompted to do this by a couple of ladies at the Flower House last week. I'm sitting there reading, enjoying my coffee and my pastry in deep thought, and all of a sudden, zoom, a couple of Harleys blasted by. And I jumped, and I kind of like that, my belly hit the table, and half my coffee went on the table, and these ladies could say I wasn't happy. You know, you're not happy about that, are you? Not really. And she said, one of them said, why don't you tell us, say something about it to your city? And I said, I've thought about that for the last 3 or 4 years, but maybe I'll do it now. So I did. I wrote a brief letter, addressed it to the mayor and members of the council, and here goes. Gentlemen, it's spring in Bureau County. The flowers are blooming, the bees are buzzing, and the motorcycles are roaring. If you sat outside on Princeton's main thoroughfares in the summer, you know how it goes. A motorcycle or a group of motorcycles sit in an intersection, unmuffled engines, revving while stereo systems blare so loudly as to be heard a block away. The light turns green and away they go, winding the engines to high RPMs in the first 2 or 3 gears. A few more blocks, another red light, and more ear-splitting noise. This doesn't have to happen. Motorcycles with mufflers removed or modified are in violation of the law because they disturb the peace and in addition to causing hearing loss. Is there any reason that any community should put up with it? If the council chooses to address the issue, I think we could see an appreciable reduction with a modest allocation of time and resources. First, let's have signs stating that excessive vehicular noise will not be tolerated. Second, have officers detain offenders and issue citations. If the officer takes a picture of the illegal vehicle, that picture in the officer's testimony should be all that is needed if the case goes to court. While noise is an assault on the senses, vehicular noise is an assault on the city's image. You, our mayor and council, to your credit, placed great emphasis on Princeton's image as a destination city. Attractive, friendly, and small-town pleasant. That image is diminished to the degree that Main Street seems as much a drag strip as it does a place to shop, dine, and do business. Sincerely, me. And I printed a copy of that for all of you. You want me to hand those to you now or later?
You can pass them out.
Okay.
You can bring them up. And we'll get together with the chief and discuss it.
Pardon?
We'll get together with the chief and discuss it.
Okay, thank you.
Any other public comment? Okay, so we'll go to Commissioner Newman for the approval of minutes from our regular special council meetings.
Thank you, Mayor. I move that we approve the minutes from our regular council meeting on April 15th, 2019.
Second.
Motion's been second. Any comments? Call roll.
Councilmember Swanson,
Pass.
Mabry,
Aye.
Gomez, Newman,
Aye.
Mayor Querom.
Aye.
Let me proceed. I'm going to move that we approve the minutes from our special council meeting at 6 p.m. on April 29th, 2019.
Second.
Motion's been second, call roll.
Councilmember Swanson.
Pass.
Mabry.
Aye.
Gomez. Newman.
Aye.
Mayor Querem.
Aye.
I move that we approve the minutes from our special council meeting at 7 p.m. on April 29th, 2019.
Second.
Motion's been second, call roll.
Councilmember Swanson.
Pass.
Mabry.
Aye.
Gomez. Newman.
Aye.
Mayor Querem.
Aye. Now go to the approval of invoices and City Clerk Nelson.
This period in the Department of Public Affairs and Finance, we have invoices totaling $151,560.41. In the Department of Streets and Public Improvements, we have invoices totaling $136,823.32. And in the Department of Public Safety, we have invoices totaling $212,182.35. In the Department of Public Property and Utilities, we have invoices totaling $631,712.32. Mayor, all council members present have indicated their review of all these bills, and it is submitted for disposition.
I move that we approve the invoices as presented.
Second.
Motion's been second, any comments, corrections, call roll.
Councilmember Swanson.
Aye.
Mabry.
Aye.
Gomez.
Aye.
Newman.
Aye.
Mayor Querem.
Aye.
Querem.
Querem.
Next on the agenda is ordinance O-19-006. This is the first reading of an ordinance authorizing the issuance of taxable general obligation refunding bonds, alternate revenue source, in one or more series of the City of Princeton, in aggregate principal amount not to exceed $2.8 million for the purpose of refinancing outstanding obligations of the city and paying for costs related thereto. Mayor, all council members have reviewed this ordinance and it is submitted for disposition. Yeah, first reading.
I move that we advance ordinance O-19-006 to the second reading.
Second.
Motion's been second, we'll turn over to Rachel.
So I'm going to talk about this one and the next one, and then also the Euclid one that we had approved previously. So there's kind of three things that we've been working with Bernardi Securities on, and John from Bernardi is here tonight. But this particular one is a refinancing of a bond that we did that's expected to save about $80,000 over the life of that bond. It'll extend it by 1 year, but it'll make our payments back up to what they used to be, and it'll get rid of that balloon payment in the 10th year. The other one, so we're kind of doing all three of these together. The other one, which is the next one on the agenda, is for the sewer project through the CDBG grant that we got from the state. That project's going to happen this summer. Gensini is doing that. The grant amount was $500,000, and then total project is about $800,000. So the additional $400,000 we will pay through this, and we have a sewer bond that is expiring this year. I believe it's 2013D. So this will take over that payment for however many years we put that, which I expect it'll just be 2 or 3 once we amortize that. And then the third one that isn't on the agenda because we already approved it was the one for the Euclid that will be paid out of MFT mostly. So those, after the public hearing and everything, will come back for approval to the council, I believe, in July.
And that first one that Rachel was speaking of is the bond that's associated with the industrial park that's north of Interstate 80. Comments? Questions? Call roll.
Councilmember Swanson.
Aye.
Mabry.
Aye.
Gomez.
Aye.
Newman.
Aye.
Mayor Querem.
Aye.
Next on the agenda is ordinance O-19-007, authorizing the issuance of sewerage revenue bonds of the City of Princeton in aggregate principal amount not to exceed $400,000. In lieu thereof, general obligation bonds, alternate revenue source, etc. Mayor, this is the first reading. Mayor, all council members have reviewed this ordinance, and it is submitted for disposition.
I move that we advance ordinance O-19-007 to the second reading.
Second.
Motion's been second. Comments? Call roll.
Councilmember Swanson.
Aye.
Mabry.
Aye.
Gomez.
Aye.
Newman.
Aye.
Mayor Querem.
Aye.
Next on the agenda is ordinance O-19-008. This is a first amendment to an asset purchase agreement originally dated June 30th, 2017. This is the first reading. All council members present have indicated their review of this ordinance, and it is submitted for disposition.
Move that we advance ordinance O-19-008 to the second reading.
Second.
Motion's been second. Rachel?
So this is an agreement, an amendment to the transfer station agreement that we did a couple years ago with Republic Services when we sold that. Part of the agreement with them when they purchased the transfer station was that they would be responsible for the lime piles out there. It was estimated that those would cost us about $1 million to remove, so that was part of the agreement when we sold it to them. And we gave them a timeline for removal of those. They have requested an extension of that timeline due to the costs of removing those. So this is an amendment to the agreement to allow them an extension of 10 years. Also, in return, with the new sludge system we have at the wastewater plant, they have agreed to provide that service for free for 10 years, which will save us about $1.5 million. So overall, we feel like this is a good amendment to that agreement.
Comments? Questions? Call roll.
Councilmember Swanson.
Aye.
Mabry.
Aye.
Gomez.
Aye.
Newman.
Aye.
Mayor Querem.
Aye. Thank you, Rachel, for working on that. It's good.
Yes.
City manager report.
So the only thing I have is a new quarterly report that we're going to do from the city's committees and commissions. So I won't go over it in detail, but there's a Princeton tourism report that highlights some of the advertising and things that they've been working on, street concerts, branding, the trolley. There's also a report from the Historic Preservation Commission and some items they've been working on. That's included in there. The Art Commission, different projects they've been working on. We've recently heard about the walkway. They also have storefront decorations, some stuff they're doing for Homestead, and they're getting a website ready. And then the Bike Pedestrian Commission also has a report in here on things that they've been working on. They have some events coming up, a bike rodeo and bike to work and bike to school week that are in there as well. So we'll start doing those reports quarterly and share those with the council.
Comments? Okay, so under mayor comments, we have some board reappointments, the Perry Memorial, Police Pension, Citizens Electric Utility, and Princeton Planning Commission.
I move that we appoint to the Perry Memorial Hospital Board of Directors Gary Bruce for a 5-year term ending April 30th, 2024, and Deb Mattson for a 5-year term ending April 30th, 2024. For the Board of Trustees of the Police Pension Fund, we want to appoint Barry Portman for a 2-year term ending April 30th, 2021. To the Citizens Electric Utility Advisory Committee, we want to appoint Kent Hartman for a 4-year term ending April 30th, 2023. Michael Sullivan for a 4-year term ending April 30th, 2023. And Jim Smith for a 4-year term ending April 30th, 2023. And finally, we want to appoint to the Princeton Plan Commission Board of Zoning Appeals Jim Scruggs for a 3-year term ending April 30th, 2022.
Second.
Motion has been second. These are all reappointments, and they are all very much willing to continue with their volunteer service. Any comments? Call roll.
Councilmember Swanson.
Aye.
Mabry.
Aye.
Gomez.
Aye.
Newman.
Aye.
Mayor Querem.
Aye. I have one other item that I want to talk about in the mayor comments, and speaking of the commissions that Rachel just spoke of, aside from the Princeton tourism, we have a public arts commission, a historic preservation commission, and a bike pedestrian commission, and they all meet at least monthly, on a monthly basis. You know, Rachel's been, she attends many meetings of these commissions and other committees, and you know, she's got a lot on her plate. I'd like to kind of loosen that up a little bit. And I'm asking now, Jerry, he already serves on the Library, Perry Memorial, and Lovejoy boards. I mean, he serves as the city's representative in those meetings. I attend the street concert board meetings. So we have 3 other commissioners. We have 3 commissions. So I'd like the 3 commissioners to get together with Rachel maybe sometime next week or this week and volunteer to be the city representative at these meetings. just to give Rachel some breathing room. And I know that these commissions, Rachel can attest to this, they're very happy to see Princeton council members attend these meetings, or Rachel, obviously. So that's all I have for mayor comments. Any old business? Any new business? Public comment. Geraldine? Just need your name.
This is Don.
It doesn't
Hello.
work. It's not working right now.
It doesn't work. It sounds like going to the county board.
Just built it out.
I will speak loudly. Public comment about the Mosaic project. I went to Ottawa yesterday to observe the columns. I don't know if any of you have gone to see the columns. The columns basically are to honor not just the canal route, but what they're using is glass. Big difference, because they're using glass to honor the glass blowers that are in Ottawa. And when you see them, these columns, they do sparkle. It's going to be a lot different when you have china and pottery making up these benches or the wall, whatever you do. It's interesting. There was one piece there that was a very large butterfly. And if you look online and you see it, it's all bright and shiny. When I was there, it does not have glass. They painted it somehow, but it's been outside for 2 years, and it's gotten to look a little dull. And this is my problem when we're going to be using china and pottery because of weathering. We have all we have to do is think of Chicago. They have a huge wall larger than that of a Chagall mosaic. It's been there for many years, and it took a lot of money to repair it. And then they finally decided that they needed a roof to protect it. And these are some of the things that concern me of having something outdoor, collecting ice, collecting snow. Think of your bathroom, think of the tile that's used in your shower. How often do you have to replace something? The grout, the tile, and yet that's a product that's made for that purpose. Whereas here, you've got things that are for serving food, and we're doing this decorating. I mean, her work is lovely, the piece that we had the other day, the sample and everything else. What I'm concerned about is what's going to happen within 2 years. All the money that's going in, all the time that's going in. That's basically what I'm concerned about, is what's the longevity of the project and for what it's going to cost and what's going to happen to it. My comment.
Thank you. Any other public comment? I entertain a motion to adjourn this regular meeting and reconvene at our next regular meeting.
I move that we adjourn our regular meeting. The next regular meeting of the city council will be on Monday, May 20th, 2019, 7 p.m. at City Hall.
Second call roll.
Councilmember Swanson.
Aye.
Mabry.
Aye.
Gomez.
Aye.
Newman. Aye. Mayor Querem.
Aye. This meeting is adjourned. Welcome, Commissioner Gomez, and thank you all for coming.
Rachel, you going downstairs? That's a very good thing.
Talk to us, but I did notice.